Hello everyone, my name is wjordan, and we're trying something new. NBA 2K.
Siamo fragili se tutti ci toccano.
Well, one thing about Kansas is that they love their basketball. Jayhawks have long been synonymous with being a powerhouse college program.
One of the true blue bloods, if you will, in college basketball. I mean, they've been relevant and in contention for a very long time. They were winning titles before any official organization was put in place.
So let's take a look at the starters for the Kansas Jayhawks. We've got Oubre, and it's Duncan in at the shooting guard. Pass to Oubre. The dish to Duncan. Duncan with another miss.
And you said it. I mean, the Jayhawks have won for a really long time. 3 college titles for them. The first one coming in 1952, the others in 88 and 2008.
And you see Freak out there. Nobody is 100% sure what position he'll be best at on the next level, but they know he'll be out on the wing. He looks so comfortable in space.
And with Freak, it's his plethora of moves that really impressed me. He can create a shot and space anywhere and anytime. He's got a really good sense of how to operate from the wing.
And the free throw, no good.
It's, guys, so often big state schools like Kansas care more about football than basketball, but not the case with the Jayhawks. I mean, the basketball program has been a source of pride for a long time, and when you have success like they've had, it's really easy to be proud. I think it's safe to say that the most notable Longhorn of all time is Kevin Durant. Only spent 1 year there, but that's all the time he needed to leave his mark on the program.
The pass to Gaines. Good ball movement here by the Jayhawks. And Duncan with the basket on the assist by Gaines. Duncan's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And we've seen Durant go on to do great things in the NBA, but he had that one magical season with the Longhorns.
Yeah, you go back to his freshman year, he was player of the year. The first freshman to achieve that status. Absolutely dominated in every way on the floor. You knew the NBA was in his future immediately.
Looking at who's out there now for the Jayhawks. Dedmon's checked in, and Daniels subbed in for Duncan. Lee dishes to Dedmon. Feeds to Daniels. And stolen by Doherty. Oh, and a fast break now for the Longhorns. Takes the 13-footer, and he connects with the jumper. Doherty's got 5 now. Edwards against Lee. Here's the teardrop. That's tipped.
You know, so often we can forget that these players are student athletes. I mean, Freak does not have that problem. He's an amazing student off the floor and is very dedicated in the classroom.
And how about Freak with a 4.0 GPA, an honor student in high school, and has carried that same work ethic to college as well as he prepares for his games. He truly embodies what it means to be a student athlete.
Both teams will make substitutions. And here's Texas. Blair with it. Here's Rush. Got a hand on it. Here's Williams. It's good. This game is all even. Williams has got his first bucket of the night.
And Kansas always seems to be in title contention. I mean, the program does a great job of finding tough players and having a system that fits them best. Rarely are they not a title contender.
And so in the game for the Jayhawks, they've got Frazier, and it's Calderon in at the 3 spot.
One thing with Freak that we know is he makes sure he gets his shots up no matter what. One way or another, he's going to get his workout in, and that's why so many are confident that he'll continue to improve.
Part of it is that he has a twin sister who actually taught him how to play ball. She helped him develop his game and become the player he is today. Pretty nice to have a sibling willing to help you develop your skill set on the court.
Williams missing again. Out of bounds, Kansas will take possession. A platoon swap here for Kansas. Kansas trails by 4. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Here's Lee. They get it back. Longhorns leading by 4. All going up court. Here's Doherty. Rebounded by the Jayhawks. And it's Duncan penetrating. The feed to Oubre. That's good, and so Duncan with the assist. Oubre's got his second basket. Oubre has gone 2 of 3 from the floor.
Well, in Texas, the Longhorns are known for their football history, actually all over the country. They have an impressive basketball alumnus list, too, though. A lot of pros have come out of Texas.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
With the Texas Longhorn program, they've had a lot of NBA talent through the years, Greg Durant being the biggest name, but there are plenty.
Yeah, LaMarcus Aldridge is not far behind in terms of his impact. Tristan Thompson, DJ Augustine, Avery Bradley. Been a lot of great Longhorns to play in our league.
And the Longhorns making a change here. Ford's checked in. And he sinks the second.
And with Freak, he takes a lot of pride in where he hails from. Didn't grow up with a silver spoon in his hand by any means, and his family cheers him on from Harlem.
And, Greg, you can see it in this game. I mean, we're all a product of where we've been, our environment, our experiences. And with Freak, he doesn't take anything for granted. Some of the very best players of all time have come from the projects like Freak, and he takes pride in playing for Harlem when he's on the court.
Gaines, no luck. Longhorns leading by 3. Now here's Doherty. He's guarded closely. Samuels can't get it to go.
Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions there.
That's good. Duncan's got his second bucket of the night.
And really smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Showed nice basketball IQ. I agree, Greg. I mean, if he finds his spot on the perimeter and doesn't force it, his outside shot will be hard to block no matter who's defending.
We got... Hello and welcome back. This is college basketball on 2K Sports. And if you're just tuning in, this is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg as we get set for the second half.
Guys, we had a tight game through the first half. I think we'll see more of the same coming out of the break.
And it's just going to take one big run for one of these teams to establish control. If Freak can get hot, his team has a great chance of coming away with the victory.
Samuel, he's in at shooting guard. He's out there with Edwards. Turner is out there with Doherty. And it's Ford in at the power forward. And for Kansas, they've got Duncan. And it's Terry in at the power forward. That's into the Jayhawks' lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Ford. The Texas Longhorns have been building their basketball program over the years. They have been on the verge of greatness for a long time.
I think Texas in general is very decorated in its athletics program. I mean, still looking for their first college basketball championship on the men's side is what they're reaching for.
And for Texas, Samuel in at 2 guard. He's out there with Edwards. Doherty out there with Turner. And it's Ford in at the 4 slot. Edwards against Lee. He dishes it to Duncan. Launches it. And it's Freak with the rebound. Samuel's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
And while the Longhorns don't have any college titles in men's basketball, they have yet to even make it to the final game of the tournament. You get the feeling it's just a matter of time. And you see a lot of players who are very talented play with a me-first approach. That is not the case with Freak. He doesn't try and attract any unnecessary attention and just focuses on playing his game.
Yeah, I like that about him, Greg. I mean, in a day and age where most guys are self-centered and it's all about me, it's refreshing for a player like Freak who doesn't invite that kind of noise. I mean, that's as impressive as his skill set. Well, you know, the Longhorns have won a lot of conference titles over the years. Their conference isn't known as a basketball power, though. The school loves their athletics, and they are intent on having a strong basketball team.
A platoon swap here for Texas. Some changes for Kansas. And so in the game for the Jayhawks, we've got Williams, and it's Gaines in at the 5. To the wing right side. Whoops, they pick off the pass. Fast break, Texas. To the right side. Doherty the pass to Ford. Texas moving it around. And it's going to be a 3-second call.
And you can tolerate gaffes like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
And the Jayhawks making a change here. And the Jayhawks with possession. Lee outside. To the middle. Looking to end the drought. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
All right, now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point. Gaines drops them both.
Boy, I tell you what, he does not look like your typical big man up there at the line. He has an excellent stroke and a percentage to match.
Whistle blows. Yep, that's going to be a travel.
Just been really inefficient. 5 turnovers. You know, it's as if he's playing for the other team.
And the Jayhawks with possession. The lead is 2. Duncan left side. Jacks up a 3. Texas grabs the miss. Ford's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Samuels kicks to 4. There's the killer two-handed slam.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one, you'd think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that.
Guys, I'm gonna finish this up, then I'm gonna go to sleep.
1:56 left here in the second half of the game. Gaines dishes to Oubre. The basket is good. The assist from Gaines. And that's now 6 points for Kelly Oubre. We've got 1:48 left to play in the second half. Edwards against Lee. Here's Samuels, and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for the Jayhawks.
You know, with their fast break operating so efficiently, I mean, you can see why they've gone with it throughout the game.
Yeah, and also the way they've been able to generate points off of the turnovers that they forced tonight has also helped.
Take a break. 2 shots.
Gets the first, and that narrows the gap to 1. So Samuels nails them both.
Clutch free throws there, fellas. This one's a barn burner, tight as me in an airport laboratory.
There's a minute 34 left to play here in the second half. Back to Lee.
Go to sleep.